Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with a review of the Arttech Mini X6. This is, as far as I know, the first micro hexacopter, or at least the RTF package. So I really wanted to like this. I was really excited to check out a little hexacopter, but unfortunately there is not much about this that I like. First of all, you'll see I put this green tape all over it, and I put green props on it. It comes with white props by default, and it's just all white body. The front arms, before I put the tape on it, looked exactly like these back arms. So the only thing you had for orientation was the white props. It's got LEDs on it, but they're alternating colors around the center here. There's not lights out on the motor pods or anything. So orientation was pretty much impossible until I made this modification. So I really wish they would have thought about that and, colored these arms or maybe put LEDs out here or something. I don't know, but you pretty much have to mod this in some way in order to keep any sort of orientation. It's pretty fragile. I mean, even after just a very gentle crash on the carpet, I broke one of the arms. It's just kind of about halfway cracked through, but I mean, you can see it just bends. I mean, each arm does it, and there's no like give point in there. There's no snap away, so they just break. So pretty fragile. It's pretty loud and kind of drifty. It doesn't really keep its position well. It doesn't hold a hover point. The throttle is you're either climbing or you're losing height. I could never really find a throttle position where it would hold its height for like even just a couple seconds. So I don't know if that's just because it's got so many motors and that's just the way it has to be or what, but kind of frustrating trying to fly it. And then the control is a little slow. There's a lot of dead zone in the center of the sticks, and then it's really slow to react. So I mean, if you get it flying one direction and you start giving input to the full opposite, it's a little while before it actually starts to act to that input, which I would have thought with having 6 motors, it would be pretty quick to be able to change its directions, but it's really slow. So you can't do very fast flying with it. You've got to kind of keep it slow and gentle and very calculated. If you try to make a bunch of quick movements, it just cannot keep up with that. It does flip, and it flips fairly well, but it only flips left and right. You can't do forward and backward flips. Let's see. It comes with a pretty big 500 milliamp hour battery. It takes 2 hours to charge, but you get a good 9.5 minute flights or so. So pretty good flight time on it. That's one of the few things I did like about it. Full set of props and a USB charging cable. And then the transmitter is pretty cool. That was another thing that I liked about it. It's pretty decent feel. I mean, other than having some dead zone in the center, it works pretty well. It's got nice big sticks. And then the interesting thing is you can easily flip this between mode 2 and mode 1. So if you kind of just tilt this whole top part and then you push the handle through and finish tilting it back to the other side, now I'm in mode 1 and my throttle's over on the right. And then this one recenters itself. So that's kind of cool for the people that want mode 1. A lot of these don't have that option, so nice and easy to switch between mode 1 and 2. The dual rates is a switch up here. You've got beginner and expert mode. So pretty hard or next to impossible to actually change rates mid-flight. And you've got to be on expert mode to do flips. And then to do flips, I think it's you got to go from one full to the other direction in order to get it to flip. I always like a button or something for flips. I don't like full stick movement for flips. And also, again, it only flips left and right. It does not flip forward and backwards. I think that's about all I had to say about it. So let's go see if I can fly it around the kitchen at all without just destroying it. Alright, well, let's go check that out. Alright, this is the flight review of the Arttech Mini X6. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can fly it in the kitchen. A little bit nervous. This thing is not a very good flyer. And I'm going to start out on expert rate, see if I can maybe even flip it. So let's see what happens. Oh my gosh. It's just so slow to react to input. Okay, so right. Oh, there's a flip. Let's try another one. Left. So not bad on the flips. Now let's land it and go back to beginner. Okay. So now let's see if I can kind of show it all. There's left, and I'll give right input and left input and right input and left input. So just really kind of slow and lazy to change directions. Decent yaw rate, but got way unstable there. I don't know if you can calibrate this thing. I don't think you can calibrate it. Maybe let's try on expert mode. Nope, doesn't seem to be. So it probably just calibrates when you plug it in, but let's try to fly it some more. It's just so slow and just kind of lazy on the controls, is the best way to put it. So you just kind of have to predict. You can't make too fast the movements or expect to change directions too quickly. And then also you can kind of hear how I'm all over on the throttle because there's no real hover point. So let me try to. You're either climbing or losing altitude. There's really no. There's just no point where it wants to just kind of hold its height. It's just really touchy on the throttle. Man, you gotta give full stick input to kind of try to stop its momentum, and it's just really annoying to fly. But at least I can keep my orientation now with the green arms. Without those green arms on there, you get so confused on the orientation. The green props help too. The white props are barely visible. At least the green prop. Oh my gosh! Oh yeah, that happens a lot too. The battery hatch likes to unscrew itself. But anyway, I think I'm done flying this thing. I just don't enjoy flying it, and I think I've shown about as much as I can with it. That's the Arctech Mini X6. You know, at least it's a micro hexacopter. That's one cool thing, but otherwise there's not too much I can say good about it. Alright, well thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you next time.